Memphis. Holiday Hoops presented by K Jewelers Saturday on ESPN and ESPN2. A surprise already tonight, Heather Cox, for Tyler Hansbrough.
Indeed, Tyler Hansbrough's dad, Gene, surprised Tyler by showing up about an hour before tip-off. Last week, the two of them talked on the phone, and Gene said to his son, "Son, do you want me to come to the game?" And Tyler said, "You know, Dad, it's no big deal. Stay at home." But Gene told me he knew all along he would be here. Now, he made eye contact with Tyler minutes before tip, but that's been their only communication so far. Maybe celebration right now.
Operating on the block, and there it is. The record. Tyler Hansbrough is the new scoring leader of North Carolina.
With that basket, Tyler Hansbrough, now the all-time leading scorer in basketball history. Tyler has 2,292 points, breaking the previous record of 2,290 set 30 years ago by the great Phil Ford. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, let's welcome back to the Smith Center the 1978 National Player of the Year. And now an assistant coach, Phil Ford. After he gets 10 points.
And here's another look at how he just broke the record, Len.
Just setting the screen, playing within the team concept. Little slip of the screen. And, of course, always facing the double teams, using that upper body strength. How characteristic. It wasn't a three. It wasn't an easy layup. It was the kind of baskets that have come to mark the play of Tyler Hansbrough.
Roy Williams this afternoon said, "I didn't expect him to become the all-time points leader when I signed him when he came here, but I did expect special things from him." Heather has just been joined by one of the greats in Carolina history, Phil Ford.
Certainly a very familiar face here in town, Phil Ford. For 30 years, you held this record until about 5 minutes ago. Now, during those 30 years, did you ever believe the record would be broken?
Well, honestly, it's not something that I really thought about a lot. You know, had guys like Lenny Rosenbluth and Billy Cunningham and Charlie Scott been able to play for 4 years, I probably would have never been the scoring leader, or guys like Michael Jordan or Antoine Jameson stayed in school, I probably wouldn't be the scoring leader now. So it's very ironic that I stayed it as long as I did. But, you know, Tyler's a great player. I've enjoyed watching him this last 4 years, and he's a fantastic person, so I'm just happy I could be here.
Now, physically, you two very different players, but from the players I've talked to that know both of your games, they say physically, yeah, you're different, but mentally, there's that same intensity, that same determination. Where do you see the similarities between you two?
Well, I'm not sure how many people Tyler would outrun in a foot race, and I wouldn't outrun a lot of people either, and I'm not sure how many people he would outjump, and I've never dunked a basketball in my life, but what I tried to do was play as hard as I could every night and do what Coach Smith said, and I think that's what he tries to do, too. He listens to Coach Williams and plays as hard as he can every night.
Well, 30 years holding that mark, very impressive. I know Tyler's proud to have you here.
I'm proud to be in the same breath as he is.
Thanks for joining us.
72%. How about the development of Tyler Hansbrough from the time that he was a freshman? There it is on the left. So now you're talking about him working hard to improve his body, improve his game,
improve his haircut.
Yeah, I'll go with there with you too. But Roy Williams talked about the fact that he needed him. Remember, they were replacing their top 7 scorers that year. He needed him to be a big part of the offense. He really designed everything around him the first part of that season. So Phil Ford talked about staying 4 years. That's another factor. He had to score right away.
Yeah, and you know what? What Roy also mentioned was the fact that when Marvin Williams was still here, Sean May was still here, that's when Tyler committed, and he had no idea those guys would leave early. So here's a guy that wanted to be a part of something big, and he would have played whatever role that was necessary. You know, to his credit, he played the role where he had to lead and had to produce right away, and he got it done.
Had to be the guy right away his freshman year, but it also goes to your point that it might be a record that sticks for quite some time.